So I'm in the workshop and decided to make myself a bench at long last, which will take the circular saw, the miter saw, probably the router table. So I started off with a framework. I'm just going to move it into place and then build everything else into it, I think it's going to be the easy way. So I'm going to have in this corner here, I'm going to have the table saw. That'll be flush to the surface. That'll give me a whole bench top to work with, as well as the saws and everything with level surfaces around them. So that's as far as we've got so far. The top is on. Got a couple of end panels in just to give it strength, stop from twisting. Yeah, so now got to think about mounting the table saw in and the chop saw, and probably the router table. So in the workshop here, I'm a little bit further on with the bench project. I've got the table saw mounted in this end of the bench, all nice and flush, and then I've got my miter saw mounted in the bench here. So if I shut it down, like this, turn it at a little angle like that, I can, underneath the edge here, I've got a couple of little quarter turn. I can drop that down, out of the way, and then there we go. So I've got one big flat surface to work on. I think what I might do is mount this, my spindle moulder or router table, whichever you want to call it, over where the screw box is, so that they're all on the central bench. So I'm quite pleased with that. That's all nice and sturdy, good and strong. It's coming on a treat. So working on the bench. Now I've got the router table installed. It's under the bench there. Little handle can wind it up. Once again, that's something else that can be flush, so I can have a flat work surface. So there, that's pretty much done. Need to sort out the cabling and the vacuum. I think I might put the vacuum underneath there as well. Other than that, pretty much there. Very pleased with that. So I'm back out having another go at the workbench. So I've now mounted the vacuum under the side here. I had a slight change with the chop saw. So now you take this sheet right out and the saw comes up like that. So that makes life easier. This just slots back on top. To make life easy. And then around the other side, I've now got a spot here for my thicknesser, planer. And this is even easier. There we go. There we have it. Easy peasy. And just slide that back in. So it's coming on. A little bit more work to do, but we're getting there. So the table's now been painted. I've just been sorting out a way of changing the dust extraction system. So I've got this little fitting here, which I just open up, move it up to whichever one I want to use, and that locks it into place. So I've got my table saw, my chop saw, and a vacuum hose which I can take anywhere. That works, should work a treat.